Being new at this, it's been actually better than I expected.
Richard is on Lead Hackers Premier, which means he is on Google Ads. Google Ads, it's a much higher intent lead than Facebook. And Google Ads, people are actively searching for what they need. And so the lead is going to naturally be higher intent. Richard, how many leads have you gotten so far, would you say, from Google?
About 34.
And of those 34, what's your production look like?
2 in contract, about 6 in searching, actively searching, and then about 9, 10 in 1 through 9 months of incubation.
If you're an individual loan officer or mortgage broker and you don't want to make 100 calls a day, this is the only avenue that you're going to find what you're actually looking for.
Spend the money and you'll see the results as long as you have a system in place.
Hey guys, today I got Richard Ma. He is one of our new Lead Hackers Premium users. Richard, how long have you been on Lead Hackers Premium for?
About a month.
About a month. So about 30 days.
30 days.
Okay. And so what has your experience been so far?
Being new at this, it's been actually better than I expected. The clients are pretty good in the sense that they are receptive, and you do have your percentage of people who are just fakes, but
Right.
most of the people are real, looking for DSCRs or other mortgages, and so it may not always be like a immediate client, but long term they could come into clients in 3-6 months from now.
And is this your first experience with online leads?
My second.
Your second, okay.
Experience.
And for the audience, guys, Richard is on Lead Hackers Premier, which means he is on Google Ads. And what I love about Google Ads is it's a much higher intent lead than Facebook, right? If you think about Facebook with this, what you're doing is you're performing disruptive marketing. You're targeting people while they're scrolling on their phone, not necessarily looking for solutions. And Google Ads, people are actively searching for what they need. And so the lead is going to naturally be higher intent. Now, here's how I'm going to demonstrate that. Richard, how many leads have you gotten so far, would you say, from Google?
About 34.
Okay. And of those 34, what's your production look like?
2 in contract, about 6 in searching, actively searching, and then about 9, 10 in 1 through 9 months of incubation.
If we got results like this for everybody with Facebook ads, they go ballistic, right? And so it's kind of like you get what you pay for. Richard jumped up straight into premium. He didn't even go through our base package. If you were to talk to our base package users, they generate 100 leads. And for every 100 leads that they get, they might close 1 to 3 loans. Do you see the stark difference between Google ads and Facebook ads, right? It's just a much higher quality, higher intent lead. And so, like I said on the demo, you're going to make less phone calls to get a conversion. The problem with what our normal base package plan users are doing right now, it's like, hey, look, you're going to find closes, but you're going to have to make the calls. Like you're going to have to do a heavy amount of dialing in order to find that success. And it's kind of like a you get what you pay for thing, right? Facebook leads are cheaper than Google leads. And so it's a volume driven game. Whereas Google is more of just like, hey, man, I get maybe 2 at-bats a day, but they're good at-bats, right? And so the people are much higher intent, in a lot of cases better qualified because we can use negative keywords to kind of take those people out of the equation, people with bad credit scores, etc. And so when you first told me about your experience, I was like, Richard Ma, that name sounds familiar. I was like, he signed up like a month ago, less than a month ago, and he's already seeing these results. And I think it also speaks a lot about your skill set because it's only your second experience with online leads. So I want to thank you for making us look very good. And I know other people, with the Google ads are seeing success. Brian Rhodes, got on the first page of Google in 2 weeks, right? And so Google ads is a avenue for people who are serious, who have the budget, right? Because not everybody has the budget. And so having the budget is important. If you do have the budget, you should be spending it on Google Ads because it's going to get you really, really good at bats, as we like to call them, right? And
Right.
so, and so additionally to that, have you been attending the coaching calls with Trevor? Have you gone to any of those?
I've gone to all the weekly coaches calls with Trevor, and
Okay.
he's been phenomenal. I mean, he takes time to go through everybody's profiles, making sure that they're within a budget and efficiency and cost, per click. Um, I mean, for him to do it, and the amount of work that it entails is
He's a mad
amazing.
he's a mad scientist. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
pretty incredible. And the other thing is like you'll see like he'll be able to help you find banks will give you better rates and like he'll help you with all of that stuff. He's an open book and so he'll give you his Rolodex of whatever he has that you can use in your arsenal. And obviously, I'm so happy about your first month experience, but the good news is it's only going to get better. It's
that's
only
what I'm hoping for. Based upon everything that's happening, I don't see why it can't be.
Right. Exactly. And so you were even talking about, you're calling me, hey, I'm spending money on Facebook ads. Should I redistribute that to Google? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Right. You should
Yeah,
absolutely do that because, again, especially people who, if you have a team, I get it. Hey, you want cheap leads, give the cheap leads to the bad LOs, give the Google leads to the good LOs. But if you're an individual loan officer or mortgage broker and you don't want to make 100 calls a day, this is the only avenue that you're going to find what you're actually looking for. Because most people, this is what they're looking for with online leads. But the problem is most of them are doing Facebook. And so that's just not the landscape of Facebook and how it works. But they don't want to pay the money to do Google ads because it's still a risk. They don't know. They think, oh, Google's going to be similar to Facebook. And if I'm paying the same amount for Facebook, it wouldn't be worth it. And so, but it's not, it's completely different results. It's a completely different ballgame because we can do so much more with the lead quality. And so I'm
and
super
the
happy
cost
for you,
is so
man.
much different.
Yeah, yeah,
The
cost is
cost is so much
different.
different.
Yeah, exactly. And so I'm super happy that you're having this experience and I appreciate you hopping on a call with me so we could share this to our community, man. Do you have any parting words for to all of our lead hackers who are on the base package? What would you tell them?
If you can, stomach the money initially, the
Let's be
return
clear about
is.
what it is, though. It's 997 service fee, and then
Mhm.
you pay 2,000 in ad spend. And guys, the reason we want you to pay 2,000 in ad spend is because if me and Trevor are going to be running your ads for you, I'm not going to let you make me look bad if you don't get results because you're being a cheapskate with the ad spend. And so if you want me to run your ads, you need at least a $2,000 budget so I can make sure that you win, right?
And
But
hopefully, switching over to from Meta to Google, it'll put me into 3,000 range and see why that
yeah.
happens. So
hmm Right, right. And so, for us, again, I mean, I'm so happy with the way things are going. And so who knows, man, I'll check back in with you in a couple months. Maybe we'll do another call to see from month one to month three,
okay,
what's closing. But anyways, I'm super happy about this, man. What would you say to anybody who's on the fence about doing Premiere?
I would say spend the money and you'll see the results as long as you have a system in place. And you just basically take Lee Hacker's system, apply it to yourself, and it should work.
Awesome. Richard, I appreciate your time, man. Thank you so much for hopping on this call. I'm going to post this in our Facebook group so everybody could see you winning. I'm sure you'll probably get bombarded. People are going to message you and be like, hey, how is it really? That's how our
Sounds
community
good.
is. But anyways, I appreciate you taking the time, man. And I appreciate you, coming to the coaching calls because that's a really important part. And I'm glad you're getting value from it.
Well, I appreciate your time and the opportunity, and I'm glad I took it because it's been rewarding.
That's awesome. That's
All
awesome,
right.
man. Thank you.